things you've been looking for were turnovers and sacks, and they finally came together on Saturday. Any creative plan of why, or just all bounced your way?
Well, I think it was just the way the game went. Our offense tied the clock up, shortened the game. We got them behind, and so kind of got them out of what they wanted to do there late. They had to throw the ball, and kids made some good plays. We actually could have had another one. Jalen got a pass breakup, dropped the one there in the red zone. Jalen Graham, I thought he could have picked that one. Got on him pretty quick, but yeah, like turnovers are always an emphasis. We weren't as good on third down as we had been. We didn't get off the field in that situation, but played really good in the red zone. Got the takeaways, and like I said, the game, just from a full team standpoint, your offense goes on 16-play drive, 17-play drive. You just look up, and it worked out good for us just from an overall team aspect.
Just the first half of the season, has the defense played how you guys thought it would map out and play?
They played the way I'd hoped they would. Probably a little better than I thought. The tackling better. I'm really pleased with the way they're tackling. And their energy level all week has been really good. Every day, I've said it to you guys before, since I got here in January, there hasn't been a day I've come out here. They like to play, and it's a good group of people. Like our student athletes, just good people that like to play. They're fun to be around. Our staff is the same way. So it's been a lot of fun, and we got to play the back half of the season here. We got really good opponent this week, and we'll have to play well.
Do you have any inkling, Brad, even in the spring or early in camp, how good this defense could have been?
No, not really. All I know is, like I said, what I knew was that they love to play, and they're just a really good group. They're a fun group to be around. They're just enjoyable to coach, and they try to do what you tell them. And it's never perfect. It won't be, but they really are doing a good job of paying attention to detail and being in the right place, and then making plays when they have the opportunity. But I think the biggest thing is they like to play, and they're just a lot of fun to be around, and their energy level has been really good.
When Jeff gave you the call or text in January or December to see if you were interested, kind of what was that process like, and how long did it take for him to convince you that this was a place for you?
It was kind of a interesting time, because I was trying to get the Marshall job. I got involved in that. Came down to Coach Huff and I, and they chose Coach Huff. So we were actually at the Cleveland Clinic at the time. When Coach called, we were driving to the Cleveland Clinic. My son had some medical issues. We had to go up there. And I actually interviewed with him while I was at the Cleveland Clinic, and definitely told him I was interested. But going through that process at Marshall, I wasn't sure he would wait, right? He's got to run a program. And so when I didn't get the job, I called him, and it went pretty fast from there, because I was definitely interested. Had known Coach when he was at Western Kentucky, and knew what kind of place this is, and had never coached in the Big Ten, so it was a good opportunity for me to come be a part of this league and this program.
What was the appealing part, though, other than coaching in the Big Ten? What was the appealing part for you to come to this program?
I think, I have played against this group. I think my fondest memory of Purdue was the Outback Bowl when Drew Brees was the quarterback. I was at Georgia, and we played them down there. And they got way ahead of us, and we came back and beat them in overtime. So that's kind of what I knew of Purdue. And then when I went to Wake, we did a home and home with them. We came here and won. Then they came back the next year and beat us down in Winston. So I knew what kind of football it was. I knew the kind of people that have been through this program. So a lot of great players have been through here. And that's what I tell our defense all the time. Like, it's been like I think about Stuart Schweiger. Like, there's been a lot of good players come through here, especially defensively. That's who we represent, right? That's what every day. Like, we gotta. Like, that's who we're. A lot of guys, good players come before us. There's gonna be a lot come after. So every day we gotta live up to that standard. And so I knew that coming in, and so it was an attractive situation.
Can you talk just real quick about the process during the week among the coaches putting together the defensive game plan?
Well, it's a collaborative effort. It's not one person. So we get together, starting on Sunday, and we kind of go through yesterday's game, Saturday's game, what was good, what was bad, and then kind of move from there on to your next opponent. And we break it down in different areas. Obviously, Coach English got a lot of throw game. Coach Hagan's got all the pass rush stuff. I focus a lot on the run game. So and then we come together all day Monday. Monday's our day off for our players. So we come together Monday and we just sit in a room and we go through it and we just put it together as a group. We talk about it. Coach Adams is involved as well. Coach Elson's involved in the room. So we got a lot of guys that it's a good group of men that work good together, and there's no ego in the room. We just try to put the best plan together that we can to give the kids an opportunity. Try not to screw it up for them.
Just with Wisconsin, not the record that we're accustomed to seeing, but they've had some struggles on offense and they've turned the ball over a lot. I mean, where do you think you guys can, if you have an edge, and what can you capitalize on?
Yeah, I don't know. You got to stop the run, man. These guys are, when you turn the film on, they're just big physical guys. I mean, running back really runs hard. Fullback's a good player. Tight end's a really good player. Like every week, it seems like you got a tight end that's like, wow, I thought the last one was good. I mean, from Notre Dame to Iowa. I mean, it's every week, and this guy this week's the same. He's in the same mode. So we're going to have to really, to me, tackle well, stop the run, avoid the big play if we can, and I think to have success. Because we hadn't, the history hadn't been real good, with this crowd. And so, our guys, we've been talking to them a lot this week about humble pie. Like you get caught up in what happened last week, and humble pie is only 6 days away. So that's what we talked to them about, hard about our preparation process. But this crowd's pretty good. I mean, it's a tight fit at Notre Dame, in Chicago. They blew it open late with 2 pick sixes, a kickoff return, but it's going to be a tight fit for sure.
What have you liked what Cam Allen has brought so far?
I really like Cam. He and Marvin both, I think, guys that we needed to play extremely well for us and played a lot of football. They missed spring, so I didn't get to see them in the spring. What Cam's done, he's a very, very, very smart player, really athletic. He's played a little corner for us as well. So he's a guy that kind of has the whole package, and he gets to cover some. Those two guys got to do a lot for us. Those two guys have to make a lot of calls for us, and they just keep getting better each week. And I really like where both of them are, Marvin and Cam.
Just generating those takeaways throughout the year has kind of been a struggle. Obviously, you get 4 against Iowa, 3 at the end when the game was kind of already in control. But do you hope that kind of gives some momentum, maybe take some more balls away?
No question. And in the fourth quarter, it was, you're sitting there on 3 scores, but 3 of the 4 drives in the fourth quarter were down there in the red zone when they started. So it was 2 of them in the red zone, 1 on the plus 46. So I thought the kids just did a really good job going 1 drive at a time and then generating the turnovers, and hopefully that'll build some momentum from that standpoint and can, so to speak, become infectious for us and continue to build on that.
Absolutely.
What has it been like seeing Purdue's kind of scoring defense go from 30 points per game allowed last season to just 14 this season?
Yeah, every year's a little different. Every year's a little different. Like I said, we hammer our guys on those 4 things about red zone defense, about takeaways, 3rd down, and then tackling. So if you can force field goals, I tell the guys all the time, that's the big thing. Force a field goal. Hey, the numbers tell you they're not going to make them all. They're going to miss some. Well, then on Saturday they miss 1, might block 1. So save 4 points every trip if you can rise up and play well in the red zone. So I think the guys have done a good job of that, and we got to continue that trend.
Thank you.
Okay.